Okay, y'all, good morning, good morning. So, it's Saturday morning, and like I said, I'm still working on the Bobcat. I had a problem getting that one bolt out, but I got it out, and these bolts are looking pretty rough. I'm going down here to the hardware store to see if I can buy 6 of these, grade 8 bolts. That's what I'm going to do. So, yeah, and then I'm gonna come back here and continue going through the Bobcat after I done paid a freaking mechanic. Yeah, it just reeks the hell out of me. I was watching a video yesterday. Brother-in-law ain't no joke, man. Brother-in-law crying about the mulch company or something not delivering his mulch, and they said they was and all that. You wouldn't, and brother-in-law wouldn't be in that spot if he hadn't sold his dump trailer. That's why, that's a prime example of why you should have kept the dump trailer, man. You told everybody that you weren't going to be doing any more mulch, and here you are doing mulch. And you don't have a dump trailer. It's costing you more. It's costing you more money to do it. I don't understand that. I've learned that you can't depend on the delivery of materials at a certain time. Ever. Ever. And you're losing all kinds of money, because if you had a dump trailer, you could get the mulch. You could work it from the trailer, which saves you time. And you could charge for delivery. See? And it wouldn't take many jobs to pay for a dump trailer if you're going to be doing mulch. If I'm going to be doing mulch. I ain't coming down on dude, but it's a prime example of selling off equipment and then turning around and saying, oh man, I wish I hadn't done that. He ain't gonna say that in the video, but I know he's thinking that, because he's like, damn, if I had my own dump trailer, then I could have got that mulch myself, and I could have made, $20 per yard on the delivery, and I'm in control of the timing of the delivery that way, and I can work from the trailer. Anytime you have, to me, this is just my opinion, anytime that you have mulch delivered and you have to pick it up off the ground, even if you put a tarp down, it's more work to me. It's just more work. It's a lot harder to fill up a wheelbarrow scooping it from the ground than it is raking it out of a truck or a trailer. I just tilt it up a little bit and I pull that crap down. Y'all seen us do it before, but I don't do enough mulch. I don't do nearly as much mulch as brother-in-law does, but I maintain my. I've managed to keep my dump trailer. Keeping your equipment from year to year is critical. Even when you go into the winter, you're thinking, I know what dude was thinking. Go into the winter, the work starts drying up, you start getting a little bit worried about money, and then you sell the trailer or whatever. That's cool, But don't come back the next year crying about folks not delivering it on time or not delivering it at all. How much money did you lose over there? Well, you don't really know, because brother-in-law don't look at things like people in real business do. He ain't looking at his time over there having to go back and knocking him from more money today, because he has to go back over there tomorrow, and then he has to do it. It's having it dumped is the hardest possible way to do mulch. There is no harder way, y'all. I can't think of a harder way to do mulch, and if y'all know of a harder way, let me know. But a lot of these YouTubers, out here, me included, you guys can, look at what we do and how we do things, and some of the strategic moves that we make in the background, you know, like selling trailers or selling mowers or selling trucks or whatever, you know, and you guys can learn from that. See, he shouldn't have never sold the dump trailer, if you ask me, if he's going to continue to do mulch, because it just cost him, and that would just drive me crazy. And I'm no better. I'm not saying that as a dig. I'm just saying that before you sell a major piece of equipment that's paid for, you need to think about that. But I know what he was thinking going into the winter, if things getting skinny on him, and he needed, you know, $7,000 or $8,000, and his dump trailer was worth that all day long. Hell, it looked like it ain't never even been used. I mean, he kept it cleaner than I keep my truck. But you know, that's according to how people like to spend their time. And I feel the same way. To be honest with you, I haven't never said this before, but I feel the same way about selling that Chevy 1500 to Drew. I practically gave it to him, really, but Drew gave me about $700 or something like that on that, for that truck. And see, I should have kept that truck. I shouldn't have sold it. I didn't sell it because I needed the money, because I didn't get any money for it. I sold it because, well, I didn't need it, and I knew that I would be getting my wife a new car, and I didn't want another vehicle. I don't need 5 vehicles. What I should have done is kept it. Then I could sell my Kia, and I would have a little pickup truck instead of the Kia. A tactical error, but that it's not affecting my day-to-day operation or nothing. But I could be a little skinnier if I had that truck. You know, there's a lot of things that I could do where I wouldn't have to drive these big trucks around. Like that truck would be perfect to pull the man lift. See? The man lift don't weigh nothing compared to everything else. But you can look at some of the business moves that I make, brother-in-law makes, and a lot of people on here make, you know. I mean, you got to make moves, good or bad. And, you know, I bet brother-in-law is wishing he hadn't sold that trailer, because it seems like he's doing mulch anyway, you know. It's easy to go into the winter, you know, September, October, going into the winter, because your bank account's a little fat, right? And you don't think that you're gonna have to do mulch next year. But then you fast forward 3, 4, 5 months of wintertime where the work is very minimal if you're brother-in-law. Then you have to look at, well, where the work is very minimal, you know, and then you kind of have to do mulch jobs. And I'm not against doing mulch, but I'm against doing mulch if I ain't got a dump trailer or a truck. I ain't doing it without that. When I do mulch, y'all, I gotta make money at every turn, because it's so labor intensive that if I'm doing 20 yards of mulch, I'm gonna make, I'll just be honest, I can't haul 20 yards at one time, but I can haul 6. And I charge an additional $20 per yard of mulch. So if the mulch is costing me $25, and I think that's what it was last year, I'm charging $45. And then I'm charging $80 to deliver each load. So the mulch, I'll make $20, and so I'll make $160 just on the sale of the mulch. And then I'll make an additional $80 or $100, however far it is, on each delivery. So if I do 7 or 8 yards, that's $160 I made above the sale of the mulch, and then $80 for the delivery. So that's $240 that I made and ain't even touched the mulch yet. Then I'm going to do that twice because I can only haul, 6 or 7 yards at a time. So there's another $80 and another $160. So we're roughly $500 on the sale and the delivery of the mulch. It don't take many mulch jobs to pay for it. A $6,000 or $7,000, $8,000 trailer. I mean, and that's not even counting what I charge to spread it. So, gonna be at, to spread the mulch, I'm probably gonna be at another $100 to spread it per yard. A 20-yard mulch job could easily bring in $2,300, $2,500. And if it can bring in $2,500 and I only got $600 or $700 wrapped up in labor and mulch, I mean, I get 8 yards of mulch for about $220. So I don't want to say ever, but I ain't ever gonna be doing mulch without a dump trailer. I ain't never gonna have, well, I don't want to say never either, but I ain't finna be getting rid of my dump trailer. I mean, I would hate that to go buy one right now, because they're so expensive. And that dump trailer brother-in-law had was a really nice trailer, y'all. That wasn't no joke, man. A lot nicer than mine, a lot heavier duty too. I would have never sold it. Never. But see, I have foresight, My business is not going in the same direction as brother-in-law's business. He knows I guess he knows where his business is going, And I know where my business is going, or, I'm kind of feeling my way through it. But the dump trailer is a key component, y'all. You don't use it every day, but boy, when you need it, you got it, and it's badass. There's nothing like pulling up to the dump like I did yesterday, going up to the dump, backing up in there, and you got 3 guys unloading a damn trailer full of debris, and you got me, one guy, hitting a button and getting out of there in less than 5 minutes. While they're spending 45 minutes, 3 men unloading a trailer by hand. Not to mention if you sprain your ankle or get stuck by a nail, any of those things, So, it's just something to think about, man. I would have never got rid of my dump trailer, brother-in-law. Never. So, some of this stuff's my fault on the machine. And just, in the process of learning and everything. So, everything I'm learning on these machines like this, and, well, a lot of the machines that we use in this business, if you let one thing go, it tends to affect a lot of other things. Whether it be performance or wearing out other parts, prematurely. A lot of times on these machines and stuff, something that you might not think is a big deal, it becomes a big deal because, my inexperience made it a big deal. And I'm gonna tell you what it is. Okay, so by me needing to replace these sprockets probably ever since I've had the machine. But I didn't know what I don't know, these are the things that I'm learning. And that's why I work so much, and bank my money up, because these mistakes that you make by not knowing, they always cost a lot of money, or more money than what you should, right? So by the mere fact that I waited so long to change out these sprockets, I just didn't really think about it, man, until one of you guys mentioned it to me in the comments. And then I got to looking at them, and I said, well, I don't know what a brand new one's supposed to look like. So I started looking, you know, after when me and the mechanic were looking at the machine the other day before I, you know, when I picked it up the other day, he mentioned to me as well, hey, you need to get some more sprockets. And I'm like, okay. So that, you know, pushed me over the hill to buy them. And, but by the mere fact of me not knowing and me not really ever having a machine like this and me learning as I go, by me not replacing the sprockets sooner, I created the problems I'm having with those plates where the track is just wearing through the plate, exposing the fittings that go to the drive motor. It's not good, because if one of those things breaks or something, then the fittings are gonna well, they'll break, you know, if a rock gets up in there, or a stick, or I mean, so it's going to be a costly mistake on my part, because that plate that covers the drive motor is $280, man, each. I thought they would be, you know, I was thinking if they're $100, that would be extremely expensive, but they are $280, and they're hard to find too. You can't just, it ain't like buying a, you know, a fuel line or a track. This is, I mean, this is more Part Pacific, so you got to get it from the dealer. I don't know, unless any of you guys know of a place that makes these covers, you know. But yeah, other than that, I ain't really doing nothing. So, but you know, I'm sure there's a method to the madness. I know there's a method to my madness. All right, y'all, I had to kick back, man. I got to go in here to the